Many people will get lost in the understanding when it comes to the statement that can be said like this: is it okay to place a religious label on you? So if you say, I'm a Christian, okay, think about it this way. First of all, that religious label was never ordained by Jesus. He never gave permission for it or said it was okay. However, biblically, we're allowed to have things. Okay? So listen here. Follow me here. Okay? There's a difference between saying I am something and having something. Okay? You have your Bible. I have this ministry channel. But I am not the ministry channel itself. In the same way you would say, I am not a Christian. Now, you may have some values that you feel are in your best interest as far as following the guidance and leadership of what the Bible would call Jesus. You have those. Do you see me? Do you follow me? Do you hear me here? So see, the thought came to my mind because I want to get you to the point where I can explain this concept. And see, that's what a lot of people do. They have been claiming so many years to be a Christian, but they don't have nothing. You claiming to be a Christian, but you racist. So you don't have nothing. You just have a title, you have a label, you have a facade. And maybe that's why Jesus never gave the okay to claim that you were a religion. Because you have a mirror in front of you saying that you are something. You're looking back. Sometimes even at your own image. But what do you have? Do you have a belief system? Do you have holiness? Do you even have the Lord? And many times, claiming falsehoods in the wrong aspect, especially if you're claiming it and you don't understand it. A lot of times you'll ask a Christian, well, why do you say that? I don't know. That's just what my mama said I was. And if you don't even know the answer and why you say you that, you don't have anything. The first thing you don't have is common sense. The second thing you don't have is knowledge and wisdom. And the third thing that's missing is study. And if you want to continue to claim it, that's your prerogative. But I think that everyone has a right to know if it's appropriate in the first place. See, a lot of times we're just born into stuff. You're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a Catholic, you're a Jew. And nobody ever thinks about, should I even have had the label? Okay, so think about it that way. So that way you'll get an understanding, because you may get to the point and you say, well, this says Irene's ministry channel. I have that. That's it. It's not me. I'm just a helper in it. The Bible gave the okay for you to have good things. You had the okay and was given the okay to pray, to do good deeds, to worship with a clean spirit, to take care of your family, to not sin. Those were all okay. But when you start saying I am something, this is just how I feel. I'm just sharing my viewpoint. So if I say I am a Christian, no, I am somebody that belongs to the Lord. that's giving him the ultimate say-so. So see that false divider saying I'm a Christian? You got to first stop telling the lie to find out the truth. You got to first stop doing the first wrong thing to figure out the truth. Jesus did not call himself a Christian. He never gave the okay for that. Never. There's a totally different kind of guidance and way of wording what we're supposed to be that is ordained in your Bible. But it never was Christianity. Look at the history of Christianity, and you decide for yourself. How many men said, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian. Let's go hang some niggers tonight. How many men did that? Why? Because they had a label, but they didn't have spirit and soul. They didn't even understand what that meant. How can a Klansman understand what that means? And it's really not biblical. So how are you supposed to have goodness and to be able to do good deeds in falsehood, in demonic energy? Some of the pastors know it. A lot of these pastors, you don't see their church saying, this is pastor such and such Christian church. A lot of times that label is not even put on the front of the church because pastors know the truth. Next time you go to your church building, pay more attention to the name of the church. Many pastors don't add that Christian word to their churches no more. They let the members call themselves Christians. The members can call themselves monkey see, monkey do, long as you're giving a donation. That's a business, y'all. And not to say it's a bad business, but I would feel so much more comfortable going to what they would call the house of God or churches if they were more obedient, if they were closer to what we really should have. I'm Irene. I'm not a Christian. The Lord gave me a name to call myself, to identify myself in this world. But names were adorned and granted by the Lord. Prophets had names. But one of the names was never Christianity. So see, I just wanted to share that perspective with you. So just make sure, even if you choose to continue to have the labels, whether you call yourself a Christian, a Muslim, a Jehovah's Witness, whatever you want to call yourself, a Catholic, just make sure you have what is most important. And that's the Spirit of the Lord. Obedience. You need to have that too. So just make sure it's just not all about the label. And if the label is in your way and being a divider between you and the Lord, it's okay to take the label off. It's not okay to become an unbeliever. That's not okay. The Bible does not condone that. But if you're starting to feel funny about that label, you starting to stutter when you say, I'm a Christian, I'm a Catholic, and you starting and your energy is telling you something ain't right, it's because it may not be right. Read more to see what you can come up with. Because my goal on this ministry channel is for me to learn more, study more, and share not just the Bible's perspective, but my perspective and my interpretation of the Bible to help you. Because some of y'all may be way more gifted in that area. You know, being able to interpret the Bible can be complicated, y'all. So anyway, that is my 10 to 11 minute lesson, or teaching, or sharing, whatever you like to call it, ministry, whatever you would like to consider this. But when that thought came to my mind, I just started recording. I had to share it. I didn't share it because I'm a Christian. I had that label on me. I shared it because I have to share it. See, we got to get back to that. I have to. Not that we are this. We have things. You don't have Christianity. That's not what you have. Because for one, Christianity is not tangible. It's not a piece of cloth. You have your soul. That's tangible. That actually resides in the center of your chest. You have a soul. And your soul needs to lead you to the truth. And like I said, it's okay. You know, if it's best for you to keep the title, no matter what it is, just make sure that you feel comfortable being judged by the Lord. I thought about this one day. What if the Lord said, well, Irene, you keep calling yourself a Christian, so does that mean you agree with all the lynchings and hangings? You know, a lot of people are going to be calling themselves a religion. And you never know. What if the Lord questions you? Were you in approval of that? You know, this is what Christians did to slaves and Negroes when they used that label. So, you know, when you use that label too, you're saying that you condone that behavior. So you got to be careful with that. I don't want nobody to end up in hell because they calling themselves that, or whatever religion they calling themselves. If I start calling myself a Crip and a Blood, and I know that Crips and Bloods are murdering each other left and right, they killing each other like the speed of lightning every single night. Every single day and night, another gang member is going to get killed by another gang member. And so if a gang member eventually goes to the Lord and he keeps that label of being in that gang, he may be judged for that on Judgment Day. If I was the Lord, I would judge him. Well, yeah, you asked for forgiveness, but why didn't you denounce that membership? You never said you are not a Crip and a Blood no more. See, when things come with bad ties to it, and it comes with bad lineage, bad history, bad foundation, you got to be careful with linking yourself to that and then trying to connect with the Lord. You got to be very careful with that, because it's no different than you going to the Lord, but you still claiming you in the gang. It's no different than going to the Lord and you're still proud about fornicating. You're still proud about drug use. You're still proud about these things, but you going to the Lord. You keeping the label on you. And the label that you keeping on you, whether it be Christianity, gang affiliation, being a Muslim, what ties does that label have? What are you linking yourself to? Because see, if you're linking yourself to something you shouldn't be linked to, Now, guess what happens? Curses come. Some of them can be generational. Let's use another example. Masonry. Claiming you an Eastern Star. You got to think about this stuff. If Jesus didn't even talk about truly being a Christian, and man came up with that label, who came up with the label of being a Mason? Being a Mason, that should be a man's name, and that's it. You shouldn't be signed up to an organization claiming that you're involved in Masonry, claiming that you're involved with being an Eastern Star. None of that's biblical. So look at it from different perspectives and use your mind, okay? Because the goal is to make it into heaven. And if you're not linked to it and you a believer, then you're not held accountable for it. If I'm not claiming I'm a Christian, the Lord not going to be asking me how I felt about what the Klan did. And did I understand that that could have affiliated me with toxic ties? And for me, I know better. I know better. So just be careful with the way you word things and the way you take it on. We are supposed to follow the example of Christ, of Jesus Christ. That is what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be believers. I'm not no Christian, but yes, I am a believer, if that's okay with you. Because my soul not going to be tied up with nothing toxic. Okay? I hope this helps and this makes sense. And I just thought I would share my perspective, because you're going to hear me saying some things about religious labels. But I got to be able to try to explain it better so you get an understanding. So let's have spirituality. Not be something. Let's have it. Okay? Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.